Well, I'm back. GF driver 4848. So let's get on with it, and we're just going to start with this install quick, and we'll go from there. A notch here, and so once these retaining clips are removed, all you have to do is to tilt the tailgate up and lift it right out, and the tailgate is off. Remove this existing. We're going to stick this on. This isn't a regular threaded head, and it takes this special tool, which you don't want to lose. Thread that in, and we come along here. I'm going to snug it up like so, and that, my friends, should be that. It has the power assist. Let's try it out. And again, we push in the reverse. We can see that there's no effect on the operation whatsoever. I'll call this a really quick success for under $30. Can't go wrong. Okay, so let's get started. Everything's pretty dirty in here. But if you can see with my finger, this is going to be the mount point for the first bracket. Hand position is always tight. Okay, that's out. If it looks simple, it ain't so. Okay. Now, I'm leaving this, as they say, a little bit loose, and leaving a little play. We have the first bracket. Everything is black here, so it's kind of hard to see. But we have the first thing, and it's vertical, and we reuse the hardware. This will be mounted in this fashion, and so I'm going to have to keep that in mind when I do retighten everything, and presumably I can get back down in here. Again, the worry is do not drop any hardware. Here is one is out. Stall. Get that threaded. There's one. Get this threaded. So as before, I think it's obvious what we're doing here is we're just creating a raised platform to put that engine cover over the top to clear everything. So that is step 2. So this is the last one, and this is kind of tricky. Problem is that paper instructions and instructions don't show you the complications of doing things, and this is where the true do-it-yourself video comes in that I'm hopefully making here. Is a simple operation here that says take the final mounting bracket and simply attach it here loosely. Well, good luck. I defy anyone to be able to just put their finger behind here and thread that through with this. Doesn't work. And so I've taken this out, and what I'm going to attempt to do here then is I'm going to attempt to mount this in advance. So all I have is the replacement bolt with a washer and kind of a lock washer. So what I strongly advise is, I got this on pretty snug, but when I get this back in, presuming I can, I ought to be able to get a little bit of play to get the engine cover on. But I wish I figured this out, and I wish the instructions that came with this Victory engine cover gave this instruction to do this. I think in the end will save a tremendous amount of aggravation. It's just natural in an engine compartment that the best method here is to use a crescent type of wrench opposed to trying to get a socket down into here. And this is a 10 millimeter bolt that we're dealing with here. Some aggravation. Okay, that was on pretty tight. I snugged that back up. I'm not going to lose this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line up loosely the first mount point. Okay, so this one was most fixed because it has a double bolt, so there's really no movement here. So we'll start with that as the anchor. Yeah, okay, that's what I needed. And now the magic. I'm tightening that down pretty well snug. I'm seeing success coming up here. I think that's it. Now, last but not least, this is the wrap up. You can see the truck, unlike yesterday, is kind of nice and clean. And here we go. You can see the engine cover is obviously not functional, but it dresses things up, gives them a better, neat look. Actually, I think it gives the engine a little more of an aggressive look too. We'll see how it performs. As I said earlier, I'm gonna check all these button head screws after a week or two and make sure nothing's loosening up, and if I do see anything loosening them up, I'll back them out and put a little blue Loctite on here. You can see the truck is nicely set, and I'm about done for now. For this project, I think that the materials are high quality, nice aluminum, nice finish, arrived undamaged, so on and so forth. I would say that the complexity of installation is not highly complex. I'd put it a 4 out of a 10. It's pretty straightforward, although I will give the aggravation factor a 5 or a 6. Multiple setbacks, especially over on this side before trying to figure out to dismount this bracket, and lots of kind of trial and error. So it took a lot longer than, you look at it and you say, that should take you 20 minutes to put on. Not the case. So don't be fooled by the videos that just cut everything out that's aggravating. There is an aggravation factor here. Again, I'll reset it at a 5. I've seen worse. But for now, this is job is a wrap, and until the next time,